Hello, my name is Lara, and today we are talking about a topic that I can think we can all relate. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you go to talk to a stranger or person like you like or something, and you freeze, you can't even remember your own name, and you start to stutter? This is called social anxiety. Today I'm going to give you unusual tips, like tips that aren't very heard of to overcome social anxiety. Coming from a person who years ago was the most socially anxious person you can ever meet. Like I couldn't even utter a single word to a stranger. I would always be so quiet, like to a point that people thought that I don't speak. To becoming a person who's speaking in front of a camera and have a some sort of a social presence. So, if you are ready, let's dive into it. Tip number one, practice is key. Skills are like muscles. The only way to make them stronger is by continuously practicing them. Let's take me, for example. I'm going to tell you the story of how I changed myself from an insecure person, very shy introvert, to a very, somewhat confident person. It took me 2 years ago to achieve that. I was in law school. Yes, I have a law degree. I was in law school and I was known there to be very introvert and very shy. In the class, I already knew all the answers, but I couldn't get myself to speak with others and speak to the doctors and tell them my answers. So I would remain quiet. How did I change that? First of all, I started going. Okay. I forgot to mention one thing that my university was in another city. So I took public transportation from my home to this university back and forth. I started going with the same bus, which was good because it calmed my anxiety. Then to take it a step further, I changed the bus. Like I started going with random buses every single day, the ones that were available at the time where I was going. And then I was asking strangers for locations, for directions. You have no idea how many times I was lost in the city. I don't even know any road in it. Like I would ask strangers, like, please, how can I go to this university? How can I go there? Like it forced me. These uncomfortable situations forced me to speak to strangers because I needed help. Yeah, I know that was a bit dangerous to do, but it helped me. Then to take it even more further, I changed university and I changed majors and changed friends. So I got to a new place in my same city, new friends, new majors. So again, in order for me to adapt, I have to speak to other people and network. And my last step was more extreme, which was opening a TikTok a year ago. And now I have over 23,000 followers there. And now I'm opening a YouTube channel and I'm talking to a camera. So you can imagine me transitioning from a person who wouldn't even speak in class, even though I know the answer, to a person who's speaking in front of a. If you're in having a conversation with someone, like sitting next to someone you potentially like, going to a conference, like you need to mirror subtly mirror the body language of the other person. This will make them subconsciously want to trust you. It will create a sense of trust. Like don't overdo it or be obvious, but subtly try to mirror their body language and they will subconsciously trust you and like you even more. Number three, active listening. I read this one in the book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I will insert it right here. I love this book. Basically, this hack is taught me people like to talk about themselves, and I tested this one a lot. People like to talk about themselves. So, in order for you to be liked and not speak a lot since you have social anxiety, all you have to do is talk less and listen more, and you will be surprised of how many informations you can get from this person that is talking and talking about themselves. And you will listen until there's a topic that is a shared interest and maybe you can speak about, or this will give you an idea what kind of question you can ask this person and the conversation will go on. So it's a win-win. You get this person to talk about themselves so they would feel a lot more valuable and desired. And then you will not be having to speak too much because you have social anxiety. So you will not speak and listen to the other person. So it is a win-win. This one will be a bit crazy, which is lay down on the street for 30 seconds. I don't mean that literally. Even if you want to do that literally, you can do that, but I don't mean it literally. Let me explain. I was watching a video, like a TED talk, about a person who, the summary of this video, he was doing a comfort zone challenge. So he did an experiment where he laid down on the street in the rush hour waiting for his train. He laid on the street for 30 seconds, just 30 seconds, and he observed people how they reacted to him. For the first minute or two, he got very weird stares from people because he was doing something unusual, which is laying down on the street. But then he noticed that people like looked at him for a minute or two and then carried with their day. Like they didn't care. So he concluded something that people don't actually care. If you dance on the table, if you lay down on the street, like they don't care for you because they're living in their own head. Like every person has their own problems, their own shit to do. So they would spare you a glance or two and then they will carry away with their life. So he started going every single day and lay down on the street. And people will not even look at him. Like the weird stares, he will not even get any stares because like people like no, he likes to sleep on the street and like carried away with their day. The moral of the experiment was that the guy concluded that social anxiety comes from being nervous and assuming that people care for what you're doing and they're going to judge you and they're going to think negatively of you. Where in reality, people don't even care of you. I'm not saying that very like harshly. Well, I mean like people live in their own head. They have their own words, so they don't care what you do. You are the one who gives them this all the attention and you put them on a pedestal thinking of their opinion before you do anything. Like you miss all these opportunities, all these like going to another city, going to this party, asking your crush out because you think that they will think negatively of you, or they don't think you're worthy enough, or they think less of you, where in reality they don't even care. Like you're the one who need to do the first move. It will like be painful for you for the first 2 minutes and then it's okay. Like you did the most important part by being there. It's by practice over and over. You will appear confident. Like even if you don't feel confident, you will appear confident. And something called exposure therapy. Expose yourself gradually to things that scare you. Like first of all, start by doing small talks to baristas, waiters while you're waiting for your meal to arrive. Like small talk about the weather. Oh, I like your outfit. Like compliment people. They will feel valued if you do that. Then start by going solo dates, like going to a restaurant, eating by yourself, observing others, talking to people, like saying hi to your crush instead of staring at him for 30 minutes straight. Like expose yourself over and over. It will hurt. It will hurt you for the first 2 minutes only, and then like do it without thinking. There's so many opportunities and so many amazing experiences in our life because we are so afraid to talk to other people. We got this like very wrong perspective. Like you need to shift it instead of thinking like this person doesn't like me, or if they like me they would have talked to me, or I'm not good enough, or like I stutter, my skin does not look good, my hair does not look good. No, no, no. Say to yourself, oh, they are intimidated by me, that's why they didn't talk to me, so I'm going to give them the chance of meeting me, talking to me. Like be delusional if you have to. You put yourself on a pedestal and people will start respecting you. Like shift your perspective of instead of putting other people on pedestal and thinking they don't find you good enough, maybe you don't find them good enough. Maybe they are intimidated by you. Maybe they think you are so beautiful that they may ask you out because they will get rejected by you. Like shift your perspective and this will ease your anxiety. Also, so you can do is having a journal or some sort of a notebook for good social interactions. Like every single time you do a social interaction with someone and a good thing happen, you can write it down in this journal. This will keep keep you like having good memories and will ease your anxiety. That nothing bad will happen if you engage with people. Nothing bad will happen, and like you will not do. You will not embarrass yourself. Even if you embarrass yourself, it will be for a minute or two, and then people will long forget about you. So it's a win-win. Also, like if you give yourself enough self-love and love yourself, people's opinion of you will hold no value, will hold no weight on your shoulder. Like the only way someone can hurt you is by you giving them the power to hurt you. If you give them the power, they can say, "Oh, your dress is ugly," and then your day is ruined because a stranger that doesn't know you commented on your dress. Like, no, maybe they are insecure of how good you look in this dress. Single day, set a mini challenge for yourself. Like today, I'm going to talk with the barista in the coffee shop I go to daily. Tomorrow, I'm going to comment on on a stranger's hair or perfume or dress. After tomorrow, I'm going to go for a walk in the mall by myself. I'm going to go see the shops and then go like all by myself. Like slowly exposing yourself gradually to things will make you more confident in yourself and will build up the ability for you to speak better and not stutter. Also, my last tip for you is to practice public speaking practice like breathing exercises. A hack I have for you is whenever you do a presentation or public speaking and feel yourself getting nervous, like take a break for like drinking water and then continue. People will not notice anything different because the break, instead of like you sweating and like looking nervous, you're taking this break to drink water, so they will not even notice the difference. Like slowly you will become very good like pretending that you don't want to go home instead of engaging with people. You will become good. Trust me, I believe in you. That's it for today. If you want, comment down below what the next video should be about. Like, give me ideas, and I will see you next time.